Good evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you all. Thank you so much for being here. It is me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, here to bring us messages of direction for our best and highest good using the energies of the daily moon cycle and of the planetary energies that surround us. But do know that the messages are timeless because energy is simply cyclical. So whenever you find it is when you were meant to find it, and even if that will be to send on to someone else. So good evening. I have Miss Peg here in the background here. She's being my Angie manager producer tonight for me. So everybody give Peg a shout out in the comments for me, please. Hey, Miss Judy Jude, and hi, Ashley. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get going with our general reading and have your questions ready. Put a heart in the comments because Peg is going to do the organizing for me. And that way I can have, I can just look and see who's next. And that should save us some time. So we're going to go from 6 to 8 tonight. I'll do my general reading. I have another assistant, the beautiful Monica. You guys hear me talk about her all the time. That would be her. So she's going to be pulling some cards as well for just a little while on the personal readings for us tonight too. So we're going to add that on in. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know what's happening with you. Now for today's sun energy, we have a serpent near a man and a woman. And when I saw the symbol drawing of that, my immediate thought was Adam and Eve. So the meaning of a serpent coiling near a man and a woman is about making relationship sacred. And yes, not a S on that relationship. It's relationship as a term sacred. And it says, tuning into rhythms of natural energy in lieu of being enslaved by passionate desire and emotional need. So I know that was a big sentence there, tuning into rhythms of natural energy instead of being enslaved by passionate desire and emotional need. And then I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then it furthers that we get drawn in by the passionate nature and the emotional needs. That's what draws us to that person. But within that one-to-one dynamic, we learn how to internalize polarity. We learn how to balance ourselves so that we don't seek another person to make up our lack of wisdom and emotional poise. Now, I know you've heard me say a million times, external validation is never the way to go. But what strikes me is this was divined 100 years ago. They didn't use that language, right? So this year is 101 years that these were divined, but they didn't talk like that then. So that was not even part of the discussion, and certainly not even in the development of psychological analysis of that time either. So I find that fascinating. Let's see what we've got. Wow. So the environmental energy is evolution. And look at that beautiful blue, purple, and pinks. And it is a mermaid here evolving. So there's a reason I'm talking about advice that is one of 360 symbols. This is Aries 14, and it resonates today. But basically, it was a long way of saying we don't give power over to external validation. We cannot attract what we are not. If we are not passionate about our own selves and the way we give to ourselves, then we don't have that to offer another. So that's why it's always an inside job first. Hello, Miss Crystal. There's Ed. Thanks so much for being here. Our our energy or card for the day here, I've got some bluebirds of happiness, and she is stepping through. So for me, this is an energy how she's coming up and out of the lotus, is a big energy of healing and stepping through that red root energy and moving forward. See how that's behind her? So the one energy of the red root is behind her. She's coming up out of this beautiful pink lotus, which I've got my pink on for our crown chakra day, and there's gorgeous stargazer lilies and bubbles. Yesterday's full moon, children blowing bubbles. That's what the full moon energy was all about. So we have that here. I'm pulling on the full moon energy. So that is apropos, and evolution is a 24. If you're jotting down numbers, that is a 6. And then we've got 47 for the stepping through, which is an 11. Let's see, we got our moon in Libra. So I'm going to grab my nosy deck here today. Peg says, "Oh, thank you, Q. See that she's already being a good producer." I always forget to say thanks for hitting the buttons. All right, guys, bottom of the deck before we shuffle. So environmental energy, there's Mercury there with the Page of Pentacles. The snake is threading through. So wow, on the bottom of the deck, a serpent coiling around a man and a woman. Okay. And then she has the remnants of a crane, which is for me denoting deep past soulmate ties. Did you get the page too?
These are all my flyers.
All the flyers, even. Today's high, we had High Priestess because of the second. That's happened to us last time, but don't freak out today.
They're all arcana. Except this one.
She won't freak out this time.
Won't freak out.
Okay. Page of Pentacles here on the bottom, paired with Ace of Wands. So perhaps this behind closed doors message, whatever you've been brewing back here in this red zone, that Ace of Wands being fire, stepping through, evolving into this new place of, okay, I'm really getting this whole thing as far as not outsourcing my energy, not expecting the bluebird of happiness just to come to me. I have to generate that energy. And we move from the Ace of Wands to Two of Wands. So there's that beautiful red desire energy. Think of where your root chakra is. Wink, wink. Okay. And then we have that paired, wink, wink, with, in this deck, this is my favorite devil card because Persephone is not having a bad time here. She's got that look in her eye that we all do, maybe when we're sneaking out at 16 and we know we're not supposed to be doing what we're doing. I know y'all were innocent and you never snuck out a day in your life. I know. But this Two of Wands, what decision are we going to make here? Are we going to choose fear and then stay back here in that white dress? Or are we going to step through here into this passionate energy? Okay. Then we've got, oops, at the top. Then we've got 10 of Wands, setting down patterns, and the Creatrix, all 4 aces of potential. That is the Magician in this deck. So it's all coming back to that one red root, because the one energy would be the Magician energy and the Wheel of Fortune, which Monica pulled as well. All right, so it looks like passionate communication here to me. This is something pretty tempting. So Adam and Eve and the snake in the garden much? That's what I'm seeing here so far. So, wow. Oh, I wanted to see what was behind that Queen of Wands, Aries energy, and 7 of Cups. Okay. Much ado about nothing. What to do, what to do. That feels like a pausing energy there. So we'll just get some surface reads on this energy. Wow, children blowing bubbles. So the Libra full moon is a win-win outcome is predicted. Okay. And that is the 3 of Swords. We're in the last, the second future mare of Libra. And then that would be opposing the Aries sun for that full moon. We're still in that energy. And that symbol, if you saw my notes yesterday, was an unsuccessful bomb explosion. And that is all about casting off social pressures to claim our freedom in a petulant and rebellious way will and should fail because it's done hurriedly and without due process. So I'm not feeling much hurriedness here. Maybe this is a pause to play. Running with the devil energy. Okay. King of Swords, the King of Truth here. Okay, there's the healing. So we've got King of Truth and Five of Cups fell out in reverse. So this is to the point where we go, okay, we're going to focus on the two cups. Five of Cups as well. She's over here pulling on the side with her mouth agape. I love tarot. It's just such a cool medium for the energy. All right. Shut your mouth, and quit your blabbing. Let's get to the cards. All right. Four of Cups there on the bottom. That's going to be Cancerian energy. Eight of Pentacles on the side. So if it continues to turn, that's going to be Eight of Pentacles upright. You're telling me the energy is still working here. It's still learning the craft of something, learning the skills. All right. Queen of Pentacles wanted to say hello with the Three of Wands there on the bottom. That is where Chiron the healer, no, he's not. Chiron the healer is at Four of Wands, but the sun is at the Three of Wands, opposing that Three Swords. All right, one or two more. I'm not feeling it yet, guys. And my body's starting to get hot. So just as a note. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse. So this is still that pause energy that I was feeling. And the traditional deck, Six of Swords, is about allowing spirit to carry us forward. You can see there's the road here on the bottom. And there's a character here that's burying her head in the plumage of spirit here. And it's a peacock, but she's not colorful. She's a spirit peacock, right? It's not about her. It's about the person that she's carrying. So this is that holding energy. I don't know that this is like maybe just behind the curtain. We still got a foot in that healing energy. And maybe this is when you step your foot through, getting ready to step onto that road. Let's see where we go. That is bookended by the Three of Cups there, some kind of celebration energy. That combination is I'm getting by with a little help from my friends. Eight of Pentacles is back in the situation. The opportunity is the Ten of Swords. See? Okay. So as you know, as an opportunity, especially Ten of Swords does not automatically mean we're done. Ten of Swords is a choice to stay in the pain of something. Only when we are willing to walk towards the sunshine, towards the sun that is rising, towards that new beginning, and actually step through, right? Then we can convert that to an Ace of Wands. People can live in this a long damn time, and that is choice. I just had this conversation last night because, it's like yet another thing happens in my family, and it's been every 3 months. As soon as you feel like you're popping back up again, little Bobo the clown blow up balloon is like boof, right? But I'm going to get up every damn time. I choose joy. I'm not going to wallow. That doesn't mean I'm stuffing my feelings down and pretending they're not there. But I let myself cry. I let myself be sad. And I let that out of my body. So perhaps here, guys, with this, if this reading is for you today, with the Six of Swords coming in reverse, you're like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Ange. I'm getting ready to get ready. Okay. But the opportunity here is to let this go, because whatever this is of what we're healing through, what we're evolving up out of. Yeah, transformation. There's the butterfly there, right on the bottom. What we're evolving out of here. You're like, I'm almost ready. So if that reading is for you, you're almost ready. Book ended by 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I like that. Tower in reverse. So the opportunity being 10 of Swords, driven by a reverse tower, you're like, I'm just on pause. I'm trying to avoid a tower here. I haven't gotten up yet because I don't want to cause anything further, or I don't want to. Okay. So I know this is not going to be for everybody. It's like I'm taking on the pain or holding the pain myself so that it's not blowing up everything else around. So my question to you would be here, are you the one doing all the work, being supported by 5 of Pentacles in reverse? Why is God forsaking me? I hear the messages. You're telling me you are getting them and you're working on it. That's the situation. But it's like it's the reverse of putting someone out in the cold. For now, they're still in the church. Okay, we're working on this. We're trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to avoid this tower. I don't want it to get worse, but it is definitely not any fun. Monica's got, as I'm talking, first row here, 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords. So Ace and a 5, that's a 6. And then 7 of Swords, avoiding something for the good of the whole. Okay. Traditional meaning of that. Oh, I just got double chills. Wheel of Fortune. I'm putting off this new beginning. So we've got the death energy of the 13, which was our symbol of the full moon that we're pulling on today. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Remember that the Wheel of Fortune only gets put in motion for us, divine timing, once this ending comes. But whoever I'm reading for today, whatever this is, you're like, I know, just not yet. What that situation is for you, I don't know. I'm going to keep that to the side here. 9 of Pentacles. You're biding your time. Are you like collecting? Well, 8 of Pentacles to 9. That's progress for me. Let's see what else we got here. Recent past, 3 of Wands. Heart of the reading, what the whole reading is about. I don't know if I'm talking to a mother here today. I know what Peg's thinking, because we had this conversation before we got live here. Boy, so I don't know if anybody has children that are struggling right now. The near future energy this is something that you can't fight here. There's the eclipse energy of this 8, the lemniscate, the balance. And again, she's got this white dress. I'm not quite ready to make that red dress decision yet, but red dress, I'm working on it. What is this, guys? So in the recent past, 3 of Wands is like, I know the ship's coming in. The eclipse energy in this card, this is all about stop fighting the energy. This is the harder, and again, the snake, oh my gosh, a serpent and a serpent coiled near a man and a woman. So I don't know whether this has to do with a lesson for external validation. I'm still leaving that open here. But if this is something to do with your kids or a loved one, where you're like, I know, it's just not the time yet, keep that into consideration for you. Yeah. Okay. My deck got a little flippy, but that's okay. So in the recent past here, what's driving what you want to come in? The Sun in reverse. So in this particular deck, there's a person everything's flipped on this camera. There's a person here in her sun. And usually we see that in moon energies or cards that have the moon. So you're calling in this happiness that feels like a new partnership. I'm working on it, or right now I'm just trying to keep the peace. I'm trying to avoid this tower. Oh boy, my ear's squeezing. What are we keeping the peace about here? Something to do with your home and hearth, those who you take care of. You're trying to keep the peace here regarding this feels like a family situation, guys. 10 of Cups, but it could very easily be someone just in your sphere of influence. The rainbow energy came in today, Venus. So Venus is at 4 Taurus, which is being profoundly touched by beauty and imagination. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know the gold's there. You've been manifesting it in the recent past, but right now, this hasn't come to fruition. Or this is 10 of Cups in reverse is like, I got to kick someone out of the 10 of Cups. But I haven't done it yet. Situation 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if this is giving someone another chance or if this is a child. Near future energy, we got the partners here. So, but King of Pentacles, more Taurus energy is in reverse. So what are we, it's all going to depend on what you guys are kind of fighting against, because the more we fight against where our heart and our soul is trying to lead us to go, the harder that snake's going to squeeze. And remember, eclipse energy is all about complete and utter change. With today being the 7 energy of the Chariot, the sister energy of the Tower, that is sudden and unexpectedly, but you're telling me you're kind of expecting this. Kind of expecting this. I don't know if you're kicking a partner out of the Garden of Eden, or you are just like you're getting by with a little help from your friends, but it's still tumultuous waters if you're not in the boat yet. So whoever this reading is for, you ain't in the boat yet, and that's okay. You know, this evolution and this change is coming, this transformation of the 53. It's an 8 number. Let's see what Monica's got here for our mid-row. Hopefully bring some clarification. Whoa. Okay. Hierophant, Page of Swords, and King of Pentacles. And King of Cups driving. Shit.
Well, wait. Here's
Guys, is somebody getting
the moon and the
the
sun.
moon and the sun? That hardly ever comes out together. Moon and the sun, which is full moon. Guys, this is exactly. So once a month and once a month only, when we have a full moon, those energies are opposing. Those are mirrored energies that balance each other out, right? And this is someone that maybe was being rebellious or was doing something in a way that was like the shadow energy of Aries. You got to think of what that is. Petulance. I mention it all the time. Impetuousness, like, and just not caring who it hurts. So I know that rings true on my end, but the other side of that Libra energy, to balance it out, the sun and the moon, is the children blowing bubbles. And look at even the situation, how we could consider those pentacles bubbles. This is somebody trying to keep the peace. I just don't know what it's for, because everybody's going to be trying to balance their sun and the moon in their own way. But with Monica's confirmation here, that's more of what I was talking about, like divorce energy. Because when the King and Queen of Pentacles show up, especially, she's on the yin side, he's on the yang side. And then we've got Monica's Hierophant bookending the King of Pentacles. That's marriage energy, right? Double Taurus. And in the center, Page of Swords. You don't want that anywhere around love. That Page of Swords knows nothing. So I don't know if this is something where the love is gone, or Page of Swords is like, I'm just observing right now. I'm just trying to keep everything together. I'm just trying to keep my cool. He watches. He doesn't really participate much. He just watches because he's the freshman. He's learning. And then to have that driving energy as the King of Cups, that's head and heart coming into alignment. It's like the head and heart are coming into alignment, or they are, but you're like, yeah, no, I just can't do anything about it right this second. Diplomacy is required. It's, the energy of peace be with you. These are experienced kings. These are the fixed signs. All right, let's keep going. Let me see what the block is here for you. Two of Swords. I haven't done the cutoff yet. Two of Pentacles. Did you pull Two of Swords? She sure fucking did. Sorry. I'm trying not to curse this much. And then Queen of Wands in reverse. So know that, obviously, say it a million times, but anything that's in a block or a reverse card, it's on the table out of a deck of 78. It's here. So that's up to us to flip this energy around. So Aries is the planet of war, and we've got the Sun, Neptune, and Saturn there now, not to mention it was opposing this full moon energy. If you are a Cancer or a Capricorn, okay, that does not feel great. If you have major placements there, that's going to be squaring your energy. Hey, Miss Cat. Wow. So again, with the Two of Swords, it is in reverse. Your mind is decided, but for whatever this is, the action, the wands of it, unless it shows back up in the bottom, let's see. Four of Cups driving that Two of Swords. So that's the sick and tired of being sick and tired. Three of Pentacles, what Spirit wants you to know. An outcome. Four of Swords with the Lovers in the sky. Lovers energy healing. Trying to avoid a tower. But what Spirit wants you to know, we can't dilly-dally back in here, back and forth. She's not using her voice yet. I had that feeling from the very beginning. You're just like, I know. I know. Tell me in the comments if you can what you know. Being driven by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So like instead of progression here and springing on to this, Three of Pentacles is like a little trampoline into this new beginning, crescent moon. It can't happen yet and jump into that healing with the Lovers in the sky until something. What's the block? What is the block? Four of Cups. It's not a comfortable place to be here. We can't see that cup being offered, but in reverse, it's like, oh, I see the cup being offered. I just can't do anything about it yet. I can't heal. It can be a third energy with Three of Pentacles, not always. Not unless I see the Three of Cups. Oh, shit. That was the very first card. Okay, well, I take it back. Third energies, guys, that can be children, that can be parents, that can be if you're adult going to school full time, it can be someone's job, it can be whatever is the problem between you. That's the third energy. With you telling me here, it depends on what you're getting help with. It's like their mental decision, emotional decision has been made, but it's like there's an insistence here that I can't do anything about it. Okay, let's see what you got over here. Is this your last line?
That's this line.
Okay.
And then this is the
Other side. Okay, let's see. Well, double two of swords is a block. So two of swords, two of swords. And the crescent moon here in the new beginning also. I know this new beginning is available to me. Spirit's going, why are we hemming and hawing them back and forth? Not using our voice. And Monica pulled Knight of Swords on that Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords takes off like a bat out of hell to deliver the message. And then the Hanged Man, we're back on pause. And that it's like, this is this is staying in the pain. I just don't understand yet in the cards, the why of it. Block of the Devil, Two of Swords, fear and patterns. High Priestess energy, you know what you'd like to do, driving that Knight of Swords. You'd like to take off like a bat out of hell. I'm not telling you anything you don't know here. I just don't see the energy thins out too much as to the reason why. Okay. Because that's going to be so different, obviously. Now, outcome energy, the Five of Pentacles that I pulled as the situation is coming in the upright here. And Hanged Man energy, spiritual enlightenment, something doing a 180. So whatever this tower is you're avoiding now, and the outcome energy, this reading is telling me the outcome is doing exactly what you're telling me. I know. I just can't yet. Whatever that is for you. But guys, in the past, if this reading is for you, this major sun energy, it's something you've been manifesting. So only you know what you've been calling in. I'm not feeling, let's see, Nine of Wands in reverse. You're not going through the cycle again. You don't want to repeat the pattern. Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. We got Pisces communication. That would be mutable energy. That's called a semi-sextile because Aries and Pisces are right next to each other. So Aries needs to learn from Pisces about the flow of inspiration here in Mercury. And that is about spirituality. It's about our connectedness to everything and all things. And then we've got Mars about ready to move into Aries as well. Rooting out corruption, ridding ourselves of negative thoughts and judgment, 8, 9, 10 of Swords. Okay, and then it's the purging of the priesthood, and we had the Devil and Hierophant here for Monica's cards. And here's our tower upright. Okay.
Nine of Swords.
Who is initiating and another Nine of Swords, like all the swords? Who's initiating? You're initiating at Nine of Pentacles, but you haven't yet. Okay, so that's confirmation there. Okay, what about that child energy I was feeling? This might be an adult child, so I was feeling at least college age or older. So if that part of the message is for you, justice in reversed. You're saying they're unbalanced if this is a person or a child. I just don't know why the delay. You'll have to let me know, but you're very aware. You're like, oh, I know. But you are the one here making this decision. I feel like you're taking one for the team, if I can say that. You're taking one on the chin. I can just try to describe what this feels like. But I'm nosy. I just want to know what the details are. Kelly's here. Yay. How are you? You getting ready to let the tower fall though. Okay. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. But this is someone who the heart of the reading on the Yang is not going to be part of your 10 of Cups for whatever reason.
This is a childlike energy.
You got the Page of Pentacles. That was our starting card. And then the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Man, which was 2 is advice from Spirit. You can't, I don't feel like this can be avoided here. It's time to evolve, stepping through any blocks here. Nope. All right, then. Advice from Spirit. On my own time. Peg, can you still talk when you're, let's see.
She's muted herself.
Oh, if you can't, yeah, you can unmute yourself. But you can pop in here anytime you want. Wow. Okay. So what I already said, this is round and round. It's a 25 energy, which is a 7 of today, the Chariot. Moving forward with our heart's purposes.
Floor.
This fell on the floor, our Nollis, right before we got started today. And I was like, oh shit. Monica bonked her head, getting under the table, trying to retrieve this for me. And I have this on my son, the serpent coiling around a man and a woman. Okay. Round and round energy being bookended by thinker. I know it's a 44. I know situation is an 8. So justice energy also here for Monica for advice. So I got justice in reverse with if that was something to do with a family member, particularly a young adult or an adult child. But balance is coming, and basically it's just supporting here. We're in the waiting. Maybe you're trying to figure out the why of something. A 31 is another 4. 444. Deeper under that, we've got soulmates, which is what the serpent is talking about. And then the rainbow energy of milk and honey. Like life is going to get better soon, guys. But I will say here, the round and round and the why. So the only way I can describe that energy, how that feels, is even though you've made a decision, this is kind of like, but I still need some kind of evidence, or I still am trying to justify why my heart feels this way. And I feel like I need to say to you, you don't have to justify anything here. You know what you know. And if this is an 8 of Pentacles, I mean, that can be like 8 years or more. You've been working at this. And if it hasn't worked that long, and we haven't quite been ready to kick it to the curb, whatever that is, you at least know. But my concern for you, if this is your reading, is going round and round and having to investigate and make sure you're feeling what you're feeling, or like, I just need more evidence. I don't know that you do, because then that's a choice to stay in the 10 of Swords, right? And we sit and go, why? We can't get to our Ace of Swords. So I don't know if you were here at the top or not, as far as like, I'm going to choose joy every time, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stuff my feelings and just be all superwoman. Nobody can do that. But you still have to choose to get up and not wallow. But for whoever this reading is for, yes, you're avoiding a tower, but at what cost? My concern is the cost and the toll for you. Okay, of course it is, because y'all are the ones who are here and you're my peeps. So I hope that was useful for you. But I do like the energy after the tower falls. That felt nice. And whatever that glimpse of the sun was that you were manifesting and calling in, it's because you're reaching for more. You would, even if you manifested something out of like, I'm not purposely sitting at the new moon, Ange, I swears, your desire, right? Our desires and our energy, it's the energy that we're holding that is magnetizing and pulling that in. I just am concerned that the delay is going to be more harmful than helpful this time to step through here. Aries is about action. Okay. Woo! Felt a little bit heavy, but not a Kaylee spelled out in capitals DIVORCE. Well, that was one of the feelings I was feeling there, honey. I'm sorry if that's what's happening. Yeah, that's been there, done that, unfortunately. Not easy. But it's worse on our body when we are just taking it for the team. Why? Figure out your why. Because humans do not do something for purely the interest of another person, that then we wouldn't be human. We are going to always hold our own self-interest at heart, and we don't do things unless we're getting a payoff somehow, right? Whether if it's like, yeah, I'm staying in pain, but then my kid doesn't have to feel pain, or yeah, I'm staying in pain because I don't have anywhere to move right now. Whatever that is, right? That would be an example of the payoff, because humans don't do that unless there's a payoff. So if you're like, thank you, if you're trying to go, well, I'm not doing it for a payoff, it's not like that. It's like, what's the reason that, like, what's it? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? You're getting something from it, or else you wouldn't be doing it. Right. There's always some kind of a payoff. Well, it can even be because then I don't have to make the decision yet that I don't want to make. That's a payoff, right? Just for an example. So, who's ready for personal readings? Who we got up first, Miss Peg? Judy, Miss Judy Jude, what's happening with you? All right, let's see what's happening here for Judy. Okay. Judy Jude, what does Judy Jude need to know here today? And guys, if you have a personal reading, if you could do me a favor after the live and come back and comment for me to tip me for my service. That's my price tag. I would really appreciate it. It's not required, but it's just appreciated. All right, Judy Jude, what are you carrying here? 10 of Wands. All right. So 10 of Wands, carrying a burden, but the situation is like, I'm happy to do it. 9 of Cups. Opportunity here. You got a judgment call. Card number 4, recent past. It's taken you a lot of strength to carry whatever what you've already collected all the firewood, but it's still on your back. Okay. You're still in the thick of this, but you're like, it's for a good purpose, because if the situation's 9 of Cups, it's like, happy to do it. Okay. Heart of the reading, Page of Pentacles. That was the card on the bottom of the deck when we started. He's reaching for his son there. So this is something tangible, communication of some sort. It's the most learned page. You're reaching for something here. Okay. Let's see. Page of okay. Might be opening yourself up to a Page of Cups here. There's an inevitability though. Judgment doesn't come out for no reason. That's a heavy soulmate card. Judgment, Temperance, and obviously the Lovers. Okay. Block, Queen of Wands. What Spirit wants you to know? 6 of Swords. She's on the boat though. She's on the Swan. And isn't it interesting that these are the only 2 decks I have where the 6 of Swords are both on birds? There's flight. Okay. And what I just say, Temperance for the outcome, and that is book ending the 20 Judgment. There's all these, see how his head, like on top of his head, I'll let you screenshot there if you want to. There's like a little candelabra of letters. It feels like a little old school energy. I like it. It feels good. You're like, but it's been a lot, but it's worth it. Okay, let's see let me get what's driving that. Okay, 10-10 portal. You're ready to step into something new here. You're happy to do it. Hierophant, what are we committed to here? The opportunity, Daddy Warbucks here, King of Pentacles, fueling the judgment energy. Okay. Recent past. Oh, I'm trying to, it's about love, the heart of the reading. Two of Cups, the two owls, and that is what is driving the Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's driving this messaging. We got double messages. It's taken a lot though. You're feeling here. Pages, look, we got all the pages now. Swords, swords, cups, and pentacles. We don't have the wands. We don't have the bucket stick yet here. Now, near future, this is a message. Are you turning somebody down or like letting them down gently kind of thing? Maybe, I don't know, they got money. That's not everything. I'm just saying. What's blocking your Queen of Wands here, Knight of Cups? This is somebody approaching you. What Spirit wants you to know, Three of Wands, manifestation. We gotta do, there's some healing here to do. We gotta get ourselves out of some kind of tumultuous energy. Whatever you've been carrying here, being driven by the Ten of Swords, which was the first card of our, or excuse me, the opportunity of our reading. This is like a portal energy. So 10-10 portal opportunity, the 20 of judgment. What you got to make a judgment call about? I don't know. Takes just as much strength to push away what you've been observing as it does to pull it in towards you. Near future, the Three of Swords is driving the energy of the Page of Cups. So that can even be as soon as today, because this is where the Libra moon energy is that we're trying to balance there with the Three of Wands. It feels like a letting them down gently kind of energy to me. Did you have to deliver some news here? Queen of Pentacles, the outcome, tempering pain into wisdom. What are we alchemizing here? Sorry, Judy, I'm being nosy. I know you know what it is already. I don't know. I know, but the fuck it stick is my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing too. Oh, that I'm missing my glasses. I'm like, why am I squinting so much? Okay, so what is this? What is advice from Spirit here to temper wisdom into pain? What do you want? What did you have to walk away from? So Monica's got 8 of Cups, Tower, and 4 of Pentacles. Something you didn't want to walk away from, or it's like, but I have to. Okay, this is about a dream, or like this feels like you're literally like, I like you, but were you disappointed when you met them? Maybe they're presenting as someone with money, but then you're like, okay, yeah, you got money, but you're cheap. 4 of Pentacles, you're holding on to it. I don't know. Maybe you didn't like that they had money and they had a hole in their sock or something. You're like, how fucking cheap? I don't know. But it's just like, okay, I just need a new dream now. This was a judgment call that's been set up for you all along. It feels a little testish, but what Spirit wants you to know, again, with that 6 is to get, it was what I was talking about with that sun energy and the snake coiled him around a man and a woman. And that being divined 100 years ago. This is like finally getting, not finally, that didn't come out right, like getting the lesson of, I know I have to be in my 9 cups. That's the situation. Spirit saying, but to be in your 9 cups, you have to make sure that you're out of your own tumultuous waters within your own inner yin and yang. And then this is like getting the lesson of that Queen of Pentacles supporting Temperance. You don't like where you tested and you had to walk away, and there's a Tower again from something you thought was going to happen. The Star, healing card, and then inevitability and very heavy soulmate energy here. This feels like tough love, Jude. I don't know what the tough love is all about. But your advice here is to reattach to, you got to stay tethered to that dream. You got to keep your eye on the prize. Okay. And Spirit's like healing, 9 of Cups first and then. Okay. First and then. That's an awful lot of major arcana there, Chickie. Thank you, Miss Monica. Okay. Who we got next? Hey, Mr. Brett. You've been gone for a spell. Thanks for being here. And then next up, if you want a read, let Miss Peg know. She's there in the backgrounds. Although she's so pretty, I wish she can figure out how to get her. She's like, no. Okay, fine. Next time, though, you have to promise. Okay, we got Diana up next. Okay, the sun wanted to pop out here for you on the shuffle. And we got King of Wands energy. All right, for Diana. I like them apples. Queen of Swords. Okay, that's Libra full moon energy. But look at her face. That's what I like even more. I like that orneriness.
Goosebumps for her.
And Monica just got goosebumps when I said that. We are like, she's a 4-degree Leo rising, and I'm a 0-degree, 13 minutes. She's got chicken skins. I already forget what. Oh, I just said I like this energy here because look at her face. This is like confidence plus, and it's kind of like a ha. I like that for you here. Okay, situation, 10 of Swords, and the opportunity is to 180 this situation, and this deck here. So I know you already heard my big spiel about the 10 of Swords in our general reading. And Page of Swords, 10 of Wands, Knight of Cups, observing what we've been carrying. And then there's this release, and then the Knight of Cups, more love energy. Okay, let me get more cards out here. Opportunity to 180, this situation of 10 of Swords that has not been felt good. There's a shell here, and then a heart. This is the joie de vivre. She's got a veil on. It's like what I'm drawn to, though, is that the worm going down the road. Like you're on the road, it's just slow. It's kind of like it's slow. Hanged Man, more waiting energy. But then we've got, I like seeing the Hierophant in the past. There was that long held belief. Okay, could represent the marriage. 10 of Pentacles in the heart of the reading. So you've already accomplished that 10 of Pentacles. You already hit that goal. And this is when the horse there, it's actually a unicorn jumping over the sun that came out in the shuffle. And it's on to the next pentacle. Then we start with our next dream, and we start with our next pentacle. So this is telling me it's been slow, but you're about ready to do a 180 because, hello, Daddy Warbucks is back there with that King of Pentacles in the near future. Love you too. Everybody say bye, Monica. I know you can't say it out loud, but you can tell her in the comments. She can look later. Thanks, babe. Love you. All right. So blocked position, 9 of Wands. It's been slow going, but in this deck, he breaks out of repeating the cycle again. You're not going to repeat there what was in that commitment. Hierophant in the past. What Spirit wants you to know. 4 of Cups is bookending that 10 of Swords. You are putting a fork in, just being sad and disappointed over love cups. This is like, I now know, with that 10 of Pentacles being the heart of the reading, you're like on that precipice and getting ready to transfer over to welcome to break on through to the other side. Yes, that's from the top of the reading, stepping through. Yep, you're about ready to step through, break through this. Queen of Pentacles again in the same exact outcome spot. That's partnership, honey. Matches your energy vibrationally. You learned the lesson of discernment, Queen of Swords, regarding Page of Cups. Like, okay, you're going to have to, yep, that gets you your foot in the door, your words and sweetness, but you got to be able to back that ass up. Well, they are King of Cups. Okay, so that is fueling that 10 of Swords there, which is the diplomacy, and it's been slow, but it's on the road. Okay, the Star in the near future, pushing up that Hanged Man energy, long held dream, this healing energy. That's where the complete 180 is coming from. Okay, Devil and the Hierophant in the past. Are you serious? 5 of Swords at the 10 of Pentacles that you've already leapt over. You're getting ready to step through into this new era here. And it has not been easy. It's like the no winners card, 5 of Swords. Okay. Near future, Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles. Dang. So this person is delivering their heart's best intentions. Okay. There's the bucket stick. So as the block, the Page of Wands fueling the 9 of Wands. So remember, those can get turned around here, but this is like an announcement of, look at me, breakthrough. I've arrived. I'm not recycling that lesson again. Thank you, Spirit, for the lesson. I appreciate it. It feels like this is really, you really come to peace about this, and doing so. There's your Lovers energy, and that's what Spirit wants you to know. Lovers fueling the 4 of Cups, the choice. We can stay either in that old lesson of that didn't feel very good, that was highly dissatisfying, or we can finally start walking towards the sun. And just because we started out as a worm, you can pick up the pace on that energy anytime you want. And what feels like it's doing that is this Chariot fueling the King of Pentacles. And then outcome, Queen of Pentacles, driven by a 6 of Cups energy. So minor arcana for the Lovers for me. Choice energy, choice energy. Okay. Oop, almost bit the dust there. When this 6 of Cups, though, comes in, I feel like because you're getting this interest or this choice, it's like the 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 5 of Cups is like, it's like that energy of, but I was playing with that toy. No, you weren't. You had no interest in that until some other kid picked it up. That's what this feels like here. So just kind of make sure that you have your mind made up, because as soon as somebody gets whiff of, you got another option, they might want to dig their heels in more, but it's like, no, I already learned the lesson of this. I am not repeating the pattern. What is this newest lesson? I just heard pause. Okay, what? Let me see if they can see what they want me to grab. Oh, Oh, okay. They wanted me to look at this Aries card. I secretly like confrontation, so this could be happening within Aries season. We're almost halfway through Aries season. So we got about another 15 symbols still to get through. But they might be, I don't know their rationale. I mean, I don't know if you're divorced, you're divorced. I don't know if they still feel like they can have a right to say, or they have some kind of dog in the game. I don't know. But it definitely feels like but that was my toy kind of thing. Can I get any more on this new choice? Queen of Cups. And we have situation here, King of Cups fueling the Ten of Swords. Love can build a bridge. Love can get your ass moving into that sword of truth. We don't have to sit in that Ten of Swords. And now you've got King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and King of Cups, Queen of Cups on the board, and Tower. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if that could even be a possibility there for you, Diana, but if you don't want to get swirled back into that old energy again, which was the Hierophant driven by no winners of 5 swords, or if you think, oh, they wouldn't do that, they're over it too, or I don't know. I don't think that. Oh, okay, your ex is an Aries. No shit. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. They wanted me to look literally at that card because I heard pause. I secretly like confrontation, 5 of swords. That's play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Wow. Okay, that's wild. I hope that works for you. Oh, there's White Winged Dove. How are you? How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Up next, gonna have to roll back through. I think it was Kath after Diana. Peg. Kathy. Thank you. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's just the best having you there. I feel like it's more such a good moral support. Thank you. I love you. Okay. Hey, you never know. Maybe it's like big time producer energy and you can rent yourself out to people. I know I would hire you. Like I need it. I need help. All right, for Kathy. Why bendable? Bendable? That's a weird word. Okay. Kathy, are you going to yoga? Are you starting a new yoga class? What's up with that? Bendable. Okay. Bendable. Like, is it dependable? And I heard it. No, it's bendable. Bendable. Okay. What's up with that? Messages of the best and highest good for Kathy, please. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Appreciate your beautiful energy. Thanks for hitting that like button and making sure you're subscribed to the channel. And the best ever, if you could, especially if you're getting a personal reading today, if you could come back and leave a comment in the comments, that will be a wonderful way to exchange energy with me. All right, Kathy, I got Ace of Swords, so bendable it is. I don't, what the hell? Okay, Kathy, and look at how he's got his binocular. It's not binocular, it's the scope. I know he's talking about looking at the moon. Telescope. How you're seeing something, be a little more willing to bend on how you're viewing something. This is a situation 7 of cups. Well, that's emotional fragmentation, so it's about as bendable as you're going to get. One day, oh, I could brought my glasses. I didn't even see that. That is one day I feel one way, one day I feel another way, but that's the situation. The situation is Seven of Cups. Well, let's keep going. Knight of Pentacles, loyalties on the way here, and the opportunity, recent past, Ten of Swords, heart of the reading, High Priestess, near future, Two of Pentacles. I saw clocks there, even though they're not. I just saw clocks. Too bendable about the timing, time period. Okay. The block is strength, which came up in the near future for the general reading. What spirit wants you to know, Six of Pentacles, check the fine print, and outcome energy, Four of Pentacles. And this is a spider protecting what she has. I'm not seeing that as a hoarding or miserly energy, not on the diagonal, especially with the High Priestess being the heart of the reading. So if you're feeling in of two minds about this, howdy do. My door just flew wide open. Okay. Is your doors getting ready to fly wide open? Okay. So, yeah. Be bendable, be flexible. And also in that Two of Pentacles, seeing the timeline. Okay, two different timelines. You got a clear scope on someone. Let me get bottom cards here to help. King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Cups. Okay, that's probably why you're in the energy of being driven by fire, that fiery King of Wands, and you're like, whatever you see and want, like you're zeroing in on this. But the situation, I think it's confusing because it's coming at you so fast. Check the fine print. Oh, okay. So if this is a person, Knight of Pentacles, driven by the Five of Cups, maybe this, the opportunity here, this person is like making their interest known. But it's driven by like the cups of spilt milk here. His feet are forward, but that's why it's so slow. This person is still looking back at the past. It's kind of like, they like want to rush in and dump these feelings on you to avoid their painful feelings. If that makes sense, it's like you're not a band-aid, Kath. Um, it's like putting their attention on you so they don't have to feel the pain of whatever they just been through. And it's like you're feeling for them here. Yeah, you're definitely feeling for them. Ten of Swords is being driven by Page of Cups, Heart of the Reading, Hanged Man, and High Priestess. Like, like, slow it down because whatever the situation is trying to come fast, causing this emotional. You're like, is this too good to be true? It feels too good to be true. Near future, Page of Wands, like they're wanting to throw caution to the wind, and you're like, I'm not so sure yet. But the clocks. Okay. Major Arcana is the blocks. So the Hierophant, fueling strength here, old belief. This could be that person's belief. Diplomacy, King of Cups. I like that. That is driving the Six of Pentacles. This is not my favorite card only because this is the energy of someone trying to trade something little for a lot from you. But it's love energy. Otherwise we wouldn't have Page of Cups, King of Cups. And the situation is 7 of Cups. It's like they're sincere, but it just feels like a person that's not healed yet. And it's like they're wanting you to be their band-aid. Emperor energy 44. We saw that earlier. Let me see what that card was on the outcome. Didn't I have a 44? I could have sworn I did. Oh, I did. It was in this deck. That was Thinker. Yeah, slow it down. You just got to slow this down. That's all. Just take your time. Um, I don't feel like they're not coming in for nefarious reasons, but I do think that they're trying to kind of jump into the next thing a little bit too quickly here, without doing their own healing. So just so you knows, and if you want to check out that card, these are super popular. The Wisdom of the Oracle, I would definitely delve into, Google that, because it has a relationship section. It has, like, if this is in your daily life, that kind of thing. That's what this feels like. That's why they're wanting to come in so fast, and they're gung-ho. It feels sincere. Yeah, they gotta, yeah. And then on the bottom of the deck, right after Emperor, Death, and then the Empress, they've got to complete an ending of some sort before they can just jump into the next portal. What's on the top? I gotta be nosy. Oh yeah, you're wise. Okay, Hermit and Justice. All the major arcana are coming out here in the block, the heart of the reading, and the outcome. Okay. I ain't worried about you here. Energy's going to balance out. It ain't your first rodeo, the Hermit. You know what your dream is. You know what your star is. If it's not balanced and great, you're protecting yourself here. Okay. Just take your time. That's all. But you're the one that's holding the cards here. Just gotta say. All right. I hope that helped you, Miss Cat. Yeah. The Fool. They're wanting to, like, jump on in. Maybe just ask, is that divorce final yet? Be like, are you sure you're done here? And how long has it been? What have you done for healing? And a great question to ask if you're open to dating is, what was your biggest regret in life? What do you think, what would you love to rewind and give another shot at? And most people that are of good nature and are self-reflective will say, like, you'll know exactly what that is. But a person who's like, oh, I don't have any regrets. I've been perfect the whole time. It was all the ex's fault, right? Run. Because ain't nobody done everything perfectly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Crystal's next. I got you. I hope that helped, Kath. There's Ferocious Ambition. There's Monica. Thank you so much for reading with us tonight. That's that's that main reading. Jeez. That happened the last time we were together, and she got so freaked out she had to get up. She's like, okay, I'm out. I'm too freaked out. Bless her heart. Okay. We've got that was for Kath. And then I'm sorry, I lost it already. I think it's Crystal. Yes. Okay. All right. Keep in mind, Crystal, 6 of Swords driven by, and 3 of Wands, manifesting here from a place of calm. Looks like there's some spiritual breakthrough here on the horizon. Okay. Crystal, please. Ooh. And thank you. 3 of Wands, Hanged Man. What you manifesting? Right. There's a portal energy there with that death and rebirth. This is like, what was that song I'm hearing? Okay, don't laugh. It's not the Humpty dance, but it's something similar. Okay, to the Humpty Hump. Because just stop, because I'm about to ruin the dance and the style that you're used to. Are you changing some things around? Okay. All right, Six of Cups. This is the cutest freaking Six of Cups card. Take a screenshot of that, Crystal, if you can, because you gotta see the faces on these little kitties next to her. They're so freaking cute. Okay, nostalgia. This is fun. I don't know if you're getting together with old school friends. Let's see. Eight of Wands, fast communication. This is fun. Taking off like a rocket. Like it's just very fast pace. The opportunity, Nine of Swords. I'll pull more on that or I'll see more in the bottom. Recent past, Two of Pentacles. Heart of the reading, Page of Wands. Near future, Two of Wands. There's a decision here to make that you're gonna be up in your head about. Could be someone from the past, or you are the one that's a past person for somebody here. The block is the Knight of Pentacles, which might be that it's too slow because in the recent past there's this back and forth and hemming and hawing. The heart of the reading is the fun energy. There's your bucket stick, Jude. This is an announcement. Yeah, because I'm about to ruin the dance and the style that you're used to. Like, okay, what are you announcing? Some kind of truth. Spirit wants just go from the truth. That's all you got, right? There's the truth in this communication, and then we got the heart of the reading, Page of Wands, like Mercury energy, communication. The flow of inspiration is where we are right now. Outcome energy, Three of Wands. Again, that is the third time you had Three of Wands come out here. Okay. It's like you're making an announcement here of what you are manifesting next, and you're like, it feels very confident. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. Why is the opportunity here? Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. Is it the owner of something? Can be like dad energy or husband energy or boss energy. Situation. You're definitely communicating again, Page of Pentacles driving that. Why is Ten of Swords driving your Six of Cups such a happy card? Again, 2 and 2, decision in the past. Five of Pentacles, are you announcing that you're leaving? Because you're making a decision here, Two of Wands in the near future, and that's driven by the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing. Whatever was slow is speeding up. Damn. And you've got, so that's two driving a two. And then what Spirit wants you to know is an ace driving an ace. The Ace of Cups is driving your truth here. So it feels like you're very confident in what you love here. So use that to be clear on what you're manifesting. This could culminate by the next full moon. Feels like a money opportunity, but why would you be so in your head about it? Oh, the moon, Three of Swords, and Queen of Swords. Do you feel like it's mean or something, or like they're not gonna like it? Yeah, it's too small of an offer for you here. Yeah, you're making an announcement that you're doing something new here. But people aren't awares quite yet. You wanna spin your fate somewhere else here. Why is the Nine of Swords the opportunity? Because it's keeping, yeah, it's not an easy decision, but only you hold the key there in that Nine of Swords. It's like it's kind of like feeling guilty about wanting what you want and making that decision. Or maybe it's like, should I feel guilty because I'm taking it because it's more money? Like, you got to do what's good for you. Why the Nine of Swords? Because Knight of Cups in reverse. So that's someone in love with love. That's someone asking you out on a date. It's like they didn't quite have enough, or this situation or person wasn't kind of big enough for your energy. You don't have to feel bad about that, but I know what you mean. If this is what this is telling me here, like, I'm just manifesting something different. It doesn't mean bad, but it's like you kind of feel bad about it. You're getting another offer here. The situation is in communication. And it's like, it's happy for you, but it's sad for other people. That's what this feels like. And I get into anything close here. I'll see if Crystal's said anything to me, because I don't know what in the heck this could be for you. Okay. What's the advice here for you? Heart of the reading. You're announcing announcing leaving something behind. Advice for you, Ace of Pentacles. Don't feel guilty if it's more money, and that's the only reason. They can be the most wonderful people. You got three of the aces here. You're only missing, we got swords, cups, and coins. We're only missing the wands. So if it wasn't exactly the most passionate thing, you're like, it's like you got too big for the britches. The fish got too big for the pond, if that makes any sense. But you don't have to feel bad about that, honey. I sure hope you don't. You didn't take the decision lightly. The block is like, maybe I even took longer. I've been back and forth on it. But please don't feel bad about doing what's best for you, especially if it's Ace of freaking Pentacles. This truth, this whatever you're talking about here, something that's nice, like, you love it, you see yourself in it, you've examined it 10 ways to Sundays, and but that also means you have to say goodbye to some very nice people or a person or whatever that is for you. Please don't feel bad about an opportunity. That's really what it feels like. It's like, oh, I can't be totally joyous about it yet, because that means, they're going to lose a good friend or a good worker. Like, if you move and your friends are like, no, you can't move. That kind of thing. I don't know what that is, Crystal, but please don't feel bad. It's a good thing. It felt nice. It's just the other people might be disappointed, and their disappointment is their energy to transmute and handle. Okay. Well, I hope that helps you, girlfriend. Okay. See what we got. Ooh, ice cream and M&Ms. Yum. Sounds good. He said, "What's for dinner?" And she said, "Ice cream and M&Ms." No. Chicken. Okay. That's funny. Okay. After Crystal, let's see. I'll just wait. Thank you. Seems like that's why scrolling just doesn't work for me. Now I have a fancy producer. Okay, Mr. Brett here. Judgment call coming up here, inevitable. That is like a soul point in that might be something in your chart here. It's usually when you see marriages, graduations, like things that are set as part of a milestone. Okay, so your energy is coming in as the moon. The situation, Ace of Cups. Opportunity, Three of Pentacles. This is a springboard into something. Okay. Recent past, Nine of Pentacles, independent energy. Always a great place to start. Heart of the reading, Four of Pentacles, protecting maybe even your own heart's cup in this situation, holding back here. And then in the near future, you're making that announcement there with you're throwing caution to the wind or have a chance to. I don't know that I've ever been drawn to the checkerboard first on this picture. So with Page of Wands, let's make sure it's fun. And I'm getting the word whimsy. Have I even ever said that word before? A bit of like a bit of whimsy. Kicking up your heels regarding this new collaboration here on offer. Queen of Cups is in the block. Spirit wants you to know Two of Wands. You got to make a decision. Outcome, sudden Mars Tower energy. Aries. So this does feel like, and during Aries time here, there's an opportunity for new collaboration. Let's get what's driving that. Eight of Wands is driving your moon, talking to someone new here. And we've got a vibrational match. So your Queen of Cups is blocked, but the situation supporting the Ace of Cups is King of Cups. So that's a vibrational match here. Emperor energy guiding this new collaboration, the opportunity, that's leadership. I don't know if you're being offered a leadership role here. Okay, in the past, it's felt like a burden or a heavy load to carry. Your independence, doing things on your own there. There's your power card, Pisces Hangman. Okay, so we've got the heart of the reading, waiting and holding back. Waiting and holding back. Okay, well, you're throwing your fuck it stick about the Four of Wands. It's marriage energy or a equal action on a one-to-one commitment of whatever label you want to put on that. Okay. Block here is the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for something to grow. This is the only deck I have that there's a heart on Seven of Pentacles, because Seven of Pentacles can be like, I'm doing all this work, I'm tilling the earth, and you see him kind of resting on his shovel, taking a smoke break or whatever kind of break. So waiting has been the block. Waiting on a Queen of Cups. It's the most love in the entire deck. Okay. We've got the Knight of Wands, some passion, feeling that King of Cups, if this is the other energy. The Knight of Wands, it's your decision. There's a Two of Wands here. What Spirit wants you to know, you can either hold on to the old wand of the past, or you can, if you want to screenshot that there, you can look. She's got her eyes on the world, so her eyes are on new. Okay, so she's holding the sun stick. She's looking back to the world and then the moon. You're coming in as the moon, but then it's like the emotions are blocked. They're hidden here. Okay, and then love again. Damn. Two of Cups in the outcome and Tower. This is like suddenly, oh, okay, hold on. I got a song. There's beauty up above, things we never take notice of. wake up suddenly you're in love. That's what this is. Okay. Three of Cups, happy times. Page of Swords, observing. I don't know if you have to leave something else behind. There's the Judgment again. Okay. So your heart, your soul set this happiness up all along. It's coming towards you no matter what. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. Three. Okay. Queen of Wands. And the outcome here with the Tower, Mars, Aries energy again. So I feel like that was the right call there with that near future, especially Four of Wands. It's Aries, Aries, Aries. All right. So Six of Cups. Oh, okay. So you got a looky-loo. Page of Swords from your past, either spying on you. It's like they're seeing. I don't know if you're administering the tower. Two Cups, Three of Cups. Maybe they thought it was progressing, perhaps. Let's see what's going with the Tower and the Chariot. Fast and fast. Yeah. Page of Cups with the Queen of Wands. The offer. The Hierophant and Six of Cups. I mean, like, damn. Someone ain't happy about it, but it's like, what is that old saying? Where you go, too slow. Oh, up high, down low, too slow. They were too slow. I got reunion. Holding back. The block is the happiest card in the deck. The block is taking a break. And then it's like whoosh, suddenly Page of Wands, Four of Wands. That's like meeting somebody, what it feels like. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but that's like meeting somebody and being like, yes, let's go to Vegas. I don't think you would do that, but I don't know. You can speak for yourself. Okay. Definitely more than one person. What's the deal here? What's this announcement Brett's making about a commitment? There we go. What's this announcement about a commitment? Okay, so Seven of Swords on the side. So I always go counterclockwise, just like the zodiacal wheel. This is an interesting Seven of Swords. So that can be doing what's best for the greater good, or it can be trying to kind of skirt something or skate something. But there's two swords here pinning his tail back. So it's like when the moon cycle comes on the down, like I'm trying to go up towards that new beginning, but then something from the past, Six of Cups, fueled by this spy energy, comes and stabs your tail down to thwart your progress. And I just heard, God damn it. It's like annoying. You're like, God damn it, like that. Driven by the Queen of Pentacles. Is that your mom? Your mom? That maybe that's the God damn it. Give me more. Yes, Knight of Swords having something to say about it. Like, how about not give a fuck? Sorry if the kids are there. I'm trying. Not very hard, but I'm trying. I mean, there's so much like on hold, and then it picks up fast. It doesn't feel like work, even though we've got opportunity for Emperor energy. Again, freaking Aries. Damn. This is like happening soon here. Give the situation, give me more on King of Cups, feeling Ace of Cups. Ace of Swords. You got your eye on whatever this is. That's the truth. I already said the reading. So hopefully you can rewind and there's something in there because it's like a little helter skelter, a little all over the place because there's so much hidden. But like you're holding back on this Saggy communication, 8 of Wands. Love's trying to come in. The heart of the reading is all about pause, holding back. The block is pause, taking a break. Like you gotta want what you want, and no matter what that 2 of Swords is there, like someone making you feel guilty or someone from the past being like, oh, just wait a minute now. You gotta go with what's right for you, and definitely not round and round like we saw in the beginning of the reading. Let me just try to get you something here. What is this for Brett? Co-create. Thanks, Spirit. Well, that clarified everything. Okay. Energy, water energy fell on the floor, 29, which is an 11, which was our first card out, stepping through something, moving forward, breaking down to an 11. There's a 47 on that card. Breathe. And then in reverse, a never-ending story of some sort is coming to a conclusion because there's the judgment call. Whoever that spying energy is, I don't think you're ready to do this new thing here. Wake up, suddenly you're in love. I just keep getting that. Like you've already learned that past lesson. Just don't doubt yourself. Okay. Move forward. But maybe look at why are we holding, what are you waiting on? That's maybe where I would go. What are you waiting on? Okay. I hope that made some sense. I'm safe. Okay, good. Now's the time. Oh, the weather is perfect right now. My niece is getting married in Vegas in October. So I was like, ooh, maybe I'll go and what was that? Oh, damn, rocks again. I thought they were in my pockets pretty good this time. I hope that made some spot on. Okay. Still couldn't tell you what I read, but okay. All right. Well, this never ending story is still going to be the same old story. You're just breathe. And 20, I already said the 29 to 11. And the opportunities emperor, which is a 4, and the co-create, this new leadership, this new the new thing, the new egg here. The 0 means that it is supported by spirit. So okay. I'm glad you got something out of it. Okay. Do we have anybody else next? Thank you. Nicole. Is Nicole new? Or is it just under a different username than I'm not used to seeing? Nicole with no A. Okay. Nicole. Split on the okay. Wanted me to pause here. Why is your star in reverse regarding a 10 of Pentacles? It's like I'm putting my dream on pause here because there's some other culminating life event. Okay, nothing else so far. Okay. Maybe that's like the main thing where it's on, you're putting your dream on pause. Why is your dream on pause? Your dream on pause. Oh, why? Oh, finally, I don't have to call you WWD. Nice to meet you, Nicole. Okay, my pleasure. What dream are you putting on pause here, though, and why? What's going on for Nicole? Okay, Ten of Swords has been a popular card tonight here. Gemini energy. Let me see what we got in Gemini. Evaluating standards. This is in the okay. This is why. It's Gemini 30. Guys, when you get to the 29th degree, you round up for Sabian symbols. That's why it's the 30 card of Gemini. Bathing Beauties is the symbol. The lesson is about evaluating standards in order to express the values we feel are important enough to create principles that define who we are. Ten of Pentacles energy. This is where the asteroid Hygeia, she's a pretty popular asteroid. She's the asteroid of the preemptive strike. Okay, so your dream is on maybe on hold here for some kind of preemptive strike, and that would fit certainly the reading. I don't know if you caught, you were here at the beginning, the top of that reading, like I can't do it yet. You're in evaluation mode. We also have Psyche, which is in 23 Gemini, also the Ten of Swords. Three fledglings in a nest, high in a tree. Maybe that's why I was pulling on that kid energy earlier in the first reading. New levels of spiritual integration unfold. Okay. I don't know if this is like the last year your kids are at home or something. I don't even know if you have kids. Situation, Page of Cups. Opportunity, King of Wands. Okay, like that. Recent past, Ace of Wands. Something lit a fire under your butt. The heart of the reading, the most love in the entire deck, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can be younger person, older person energy. It can also be like it feels like a child. I don't even know if you have kids, but maybe if you don't, it's like a mentor, somebody you're mentoring. Yeah, you got heavy mom energy here with all the love, and then the Empress energy there in the near future. Today in my notes, I wrote down today's date adds up to 16 of the Tower. And then 16 years ago was 2010. That was a 3-year of the Empress. Creation, abundance, can be motherhood, magnetism, romance, nurturing, and harmony. All right. I don't know if 2010 is ringing a bell for you as far as what was newly created around that time. The block is 7 of Wands. So that would be not standing your ground or not pushing back. And with the recent past being this like spark of joy, this new interest, new passion, new hope. But then like, no, I've got to stay home and do chores from like a kid's brain, right? I can't go do what I want to do. I can't go do that yet. I just keep getting mom vibes here. All right. What spirit wants you to know? King of Pentacles. Are you the mom and the dad? And 9, the 9 of the Hermit. It's like you have arrived here in this outcome energy. The future cards are great. I'm just a little confused. It feels so different than your energy. It kind of feels like I have everything in the world to be happy about. This is like, it feels like some kind of internal dissatisfaction because you didn't stand your ground on some kind of spark or opportunity. Maybe you didn't jump on it, but the opportunity isn't going anywhere. It's the King of Wands. That's like when you see it, if you want it, you got to go get it. Near future Empress, what you're creating, the spark didn't go anywhere. The outcome energy of the Hermit, that's like the culmination of something. It feels like the culmination of a chapter. And if it is to do with kids, it's like, okay, well, once they're done with school, then what? Please tell me if you have kids. Okay. So they're not getting ready to graduate. As a 7-year-old. Let's see what's dry. Yeah, love. Are you lovesick? Or we're feeling, oh, let me see. Okay. Situation, Hierophant, beliefs about love. Maybe we are thinking Hierophant driving that Page of Cups. What we believed about love. Maybe we're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I thought that. Or I believe it should be easier because Ace of Cups, this new start, but then you're saying it's 10 of Swords already. Are we still hanging on to hurt regarding not putting up boundaries and some kind of fiery passion there? Maybe the offer just wasn't big enough. And you've learned that lesson. Opportunity for someone in the past coming to, like, you want it. I don't think that opportunity's gone. I just don't know why you're upset here. 9 of Cups guiding that Ace of Wands. Okay. So 7 of Swords, the heart of the reading, is the most love in the entire deck. It feels like self-limiting, like you're holding yourself back. Page of Pentacles, near future. A message here about harmony, romance, magnetism is all what the Empress represents. Okay, divine timing is on hold. It's the block because there's some kind of boundary you have to erect. Maybe this is a lesson about boundaries that your hermit's trying to learn here. Yeah. And the situation, or what Spirit wants you to know about the Hierophant there, 4 of Wands, is basically, for me, my minor arcana of the Hierophant, because it's the marriage card, the 1111. Doesn't have to be marriage, but because it's with Hierophant, someone you might have been married to. I don't know if they're a current spouse, but in your energy, we've got King of Pentacles for me, which would be spouse. Okay, so there's some kind of, cycle of completion. Here we've got the World, and following that is the 9 of Wands, which is, you can go jump on that bull in that rodeo again if you want to, if you ought to, if you ought to, or you can put up a boundary. That's been the block to divine timing here. Divine timing is all about our own inner balance of yin and yang. So in the near future, you embracing more of that Empress energy brings in this offer. And whatever, this feels like a past person, but it feels like someone, this was a serious relationship here. For the best of everyone involved. This is in the environmental energy, 7 of Swords. Like I was saying on Brett's, it's like you're just about to head into this new beginning. And then there's that 2 of Swords decision point. like someone stops the tail, but that's around you. So I don't know if you put the kibosh or put the pause on this. That person, yeah, definitely needs some healing there. They need to set some burdens down as well. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is patterns, honey. So the Nine of Wands following the World is the most powerful card in the deck. It's the successful completion of a cycle, but then it's like someone's kind of trying to tempt you again or penetrate that closure with their Five of Swords, which is no winners. And then we've got the Six of Swords heading to calmer waters with the past tumultuousness behind you. And then that devil, the thoughts, the patterns. Again, I got pattern, pattern, pattern. And the 9 again is I've been through all these lessons. I'm using that lantern to see what the things that went right, the things that didn't go so right. But why is divine timing on hold? This is some kind of boundary. Give me more on this. What is this boundary about? It's like kind of like the lesson of when you erect the boundary. 150 here. We can probably get time for one more. Is there anybody else, Miss Kaylee? Puppies! Watch them. Oh, okay. Tornado. What is this bound? Okay. The boundary is about a tower. I don't want to put something to an end. Yeah, 9 of Swords. I'm all up in my head. Like not sleeping at night. There's such positive cards, and it's like this one thing: Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and confusion. It's like, do I want this? There's an offer. I don't know that you're clear if you want it or not. But if it's a lesson about boundaries, feel free to pop in there, Nicole, and give me any kind of extra, because it's feeling an awful lot like maybe this is a lesson recycling from a previous marriage. I don't know that you've been married before. Oh, okay. What is this block about here? So divine, what lesson, what is this ascension lesson here that's on that'll help Nicole successfully complete this cycle? Near future, we got Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups at the center, same thing, Queen of Hearts. Something's holding your heart back. Empress doesn't need the Emperor, so I'm like, what is this boundary you're supposed to put up? And we got Queen energy here again. The Empress is all 4 queens, 8 to 8. And I know we saw, and the block, I asked what the block is. There's the tower, and it's 8 to 8 queen energy is the block, divine feminine. Healing, separation. This is like still unresolved pain from whatever this commitment was. Okay. And then I like that. 8, 7. It's like a countdown energy. Reprogram your soul, release, raise, and reclaim. Okay, I'm gonna get this for you. 8 to 8 Queen. This is about how we can move toward our inner happiness. These are courtships, the olive suits that lead us toward destiny. And the 8 to 8 card. The reason I was pulling on what the block was and got the tower, and then I got the tower to support it energy, basically, with that 8 and 8. Okay. Shut your yapping. All right. When the Queen appears, it represents your ability to receive. The Empress also surrenders. Okay. you're like, but I'm comfortable going up towards the full moon. It's like you're more comfortable in your masculine action energy. But then when it comes to surrendering, right, like then the buck stops there. So when the queen appears, it represents your ability to receive abundance in all areas of your life. You're moving your crown from your head to your heart. Asking for assistance helps you open up and express your desires without the need to apologize for who you truly are. There's those boundaries, which brings balance to your inner masculine and inner feminine roles. As you expand your emotional range, what the whole reading is about for you tonight here, honey, is the Queen of Cups. That's the emotional range. Okay. As you expand that emotional range, you'll integrate with the depths of your true self. Tune into your feelings on a regular basis and listen to your intuition. This will help you stay in a receptive mode so that what you need to support you will arrive in divine timing. Oh my gosh, that's why it's on the block. Okay. The more you come into acceptance of who you are, the more compassion you'll have for yourself and others, especially a soul bond. As you heal your inner divine feminine wounds, you become more sensitive to your individual needs and experience greater compassion. As you strengthen your voice by expressing yourself, your beloved will begin expressing themselves. The feminine energy always goes first. Nobody said it was fair. It just does. So this is about healing separation of the divine feminine and masculine energy, the situation being, very rudimentary. If I was just doing a fast gypsy read, I'd be like marriage. Okay. That's about love. And knowing exactly what it is that you want. And yes, this person from the past, probably very good looking, hard to resist kind of energy. Other people notice them when they come into the room, but it's like, I've been down that road before. Journey. I've been down that road before, but that's over now. You keep me coming back for more. I don't know if they're recycling back through there with that Six of Cups. Okay. Message is the message here. It feels like old energy coming back around, and maybe there's some kind of surrender needed here as far as it wasn't all bad. Like, what did you gain from it? We gained the learning that we needed for our soul to evolve. So if we're not at a place, Nine of Swords Tower, where we can take the Ace of Pentacles from that, we can take the wisdom of the lesson, then we stay in the pain of it. But that's a choice. Okay. And pain about love. I'm gonna need you to get up and dust off the pantaloons and know that is until you can say whatever that old thing was. Thank you, teacher. I don't need to learn that lesson anymore. Then it can just continue to stay very painful if we're in they did this to me. And that's completely normal too, but it's a stage. So it feels like you're trying to come out of that stage of it and like understand the lesson of it and how it was part of your soul journey. If that makes sense. Oh, my ear squeezing. Okay. In case she's like, what the hell does that mean? Like, I don't know if you've been here, but when I get my ear squeezy, those are my little spirit bumps, little fist bumps. Sometimes there are beeps usually in this side and squeezies in that side. But that will successfully kind of close out that cycle and put the bow on the present of that lesson, so to speak. I hope that helped you. You've escaped the loops. Okay, good. Good. Because sometimes they ain't done yet. And sometimes spirit goes, but are you sure? Remember how good looking they are. And sometimes they'll just be, they smell familiar. Like, I get it. I don't think there's a person here that can say, like, I certainly don't know a lot of people, like, when that's that certain person. I mean, as they say, somebody's having a baby. Like, somebody's getting pregnant. Okay. I think Monica's the last one. Oh, yay. Okay. Perfect to wrap up our ending. And Peg, if you would like to stick around after we hang up here on the live, I am happy to pull cards for you too. Okay. There's like a little more to still pick up from that White deck. Like, we would need to do a personal reading to get more in depth there, but that's kind of my sweet spot. It's kind of my specialty of well, what are the next steps then? What's going to be the empowering part of this? I'm not going to sit around with you and be like, that person was a SOB. That's just not my style. In effect, if anybody were to say that to me in a reading, I would get the hell out of there, because it's not about pointing the finger. And as I say that for Monica, the lovers. Situation. Turning tempering pain into wisdom. 2 for 2 major arcana. Opportunity. 9 of cups of wish fulfillment. Recent past. Moving out of tumultuous waters into something more calm. Heart of the reading. There's your Scorpio energy, Queen of Wands. My eye was first drawn to her sprinkling. If you want to take a screenshot to get your own intuitive hit, because I know you get some too. She's sprinkling like this magic fairy dust on the sunflower. That's loyalty, loyalty to self. Okay. Near future, 5 of Wands. Block, 4 of Pentacles. Holding back. What Spirit wants you to know, 8 of Pentacles. He's still cooking there, and there's some magician energy. And they're like, this is brewing up what you're sprinkling on that sunflower of loyalty to self. Okay. And then there's your power card and the outcome. See how they are flying into a new portal. Death and rebirth. All right, let's get bottom. 8 of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Cups. With the lovers being driven by the 8 of Wands, fast, passionate communication, fueling the lovers' energy. Situation, the King of Truth, fueling the temperance, tempering, alchemizing, led into gold. Opportunity, Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, fueling the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment for self. Recent past, the waiting energy, 7 of Pentacles, taking a smoke break, but the seed that's been planted here is the 6 of Swords for that healing energy to come into those calmer waters. Okay. Heart of the reading, King of Cups, for me, Scorpio, fueling the Queen of Wands. Again, that's more of this alchemy, because the King of Cups has to balance his head and his heart. Diplomacy, is that what are we sprinkling here? That keeps getting me. What are we sprinkling on that? I'm going to ask that. Near future, 7 of Wands, that is driving back the 5 of Wands of jealousy, strife, and competition. Standing your ground on a 5 of Wands. Like, I draw a line at any petty bullshit. the block 3 of Pentacles driving the 4 of Pentacles. Slow, slow, slow. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles is basic. Yep, I want what you want. We're collaborating. We're going to start this thing. And then that's like the springboard to the new, wherever that goes next. But see how she's like holding the 3 Pentacles. She's sitting on them. She's sitting on the collaboration. Okay. Wheel of Fortune driving the 8 of Pentacles. Sagittarius energy. And only because she's my bestie, I know her Venus is in Sagittarius. And the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Divine timing only gets activated with that King of Truth and the Temperance energy. And it's about this sprinkle. It's sprinkling up to here. Okay, 4 of Wands. And the outcome that is driving the death and transformation, which we had evolution and transformation at the bottom of our oracles. So either again, 11/11 energy. Her birthday's 11/11, guys. That is committed partnership, as however you define it, is either is doing some kind of an ending and transforming. So the caterpillar to the butterfly, the Sun and 2 of Pentacles, and your environmental energy with that 4 of Wands, and your outcome, death, Empress, and 5 of Cups. That's first decan of Scorpio energy. So what is ending is the crying over spilt milk, because they're bookending the Empress energy, which I mentioned earlier: creation, romance, harmony, magnetism. The only thing that is kind of not fitting in here for me is this near future. It's like kind of stopped the flow. Why is this? What is standing the ground on jealousy, strife, and competition? What's that all about? What's that here for? And this is this is like a big old root. Someone trying to push a tree and uproot him, and they're like, no. This is the standing the ground is in the environmental energy. Yeah, it's like what is being uprooted here is not, it's not going easy. So what's this? Why 7 of Wands driving the 5 of Wands? Okay. Tower. This is literally me clinging onto the boat of the, if you were here, I don't know if you were here that night, my rapid story, when literally we were going like this, the boat went like that, and Angie's hanging on for dear life like that. Like, surely it's just going to flop back down and I can get back in. I was not having it. I was hanging on for dear life. Okay. Emperor energy, Aries here, action, all 4 kings, and the environmental energy of the Tower when I question the near future, and your outcome includes the Empress. Let's just get some advice for you then, shall we? Well, I'm not surprised that came out again. Co-create. That was when Brett's cards were all like literally all full of hearts. Cheetah is the fastest Can't they go like 88 miles an hour or something? I'll read that card for you later, but I wanted to know what's the sprinkles. And we got on the bottom of the deck a 49, excuse me, a 45, which is a 9, and it says time to go. And she's at the end of her pier here. Pier here. Okay. Yeah. What the French toast is, what is she sprinkling? What does Spirit want her to know that she's making that then she has to sprinkle on the heart of the reading? Communication, Knight of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, communication about something already long, well, and established, and then 9 of Wands again. So it's like get on the merry-go-round again if you want to. 9 of Wands crossed by the 9 of Swords. Nightmare, not being able to sleep, voices in your head, having a nightmare about I see it, I want it, it's mine. 99 problems, but what ain't one? Last card, please. The burden of the 10 of Wands. You can carry it if you want to, but it's a progression, at least from the 9 to the 10. Then that converges to the Ace as soon as she sets down the firewood that she's collected. Okay. I hope that helped you, girlfriend. What a breath. 88 miles per hour. A DeLorean. Oh, is that the number in back? Is that what he gets up to in Back to the Future? That's funny. I thought cheetahs went like I don't know why, like 80 something about 88. I don't know. Back to the Future could be part of it. So I mean, you are a Pisces. They just are born with intuition. It just takes a lifetime for you to believe it. Okay, guys, I hope that was fun for you. Pantaloons, yes. Did I say that was Nicole? I think if I'm correct there, yeah. But I'll take a picture of these for you, Monica, so you can see them if you want them. And with that, I will bid you adieu. I'm only 12 minutes over. Sorry, Peg. But hey, that's pretty good, I think. That's pretty good. You're so welcome. And thanks, guys, in advance you're so welcome. Thanks in advance for coming back later after the live so that you can leave a comment in the comment section on the actual reading. So thank you so much. I love you with all my hearts. And I thank you. And I'll see you for next date night, next Thursday night. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you then.